being really depressed and not knowing why I feel the way that I do and having no motivation for life, just unhappy, I think. And I don't think it was necessarily because I transitioned. I think I was just really confused. When I was 16, I had come out as bisexual, and I started dating someone when I was 17 who then came out to me as trans. This was the first person that I had ever met that was trans that I knew of. When they would describe some of their feelings or things that they went through, some of those things resonated with me. Not everything, but some things. And it made me kind of question that. And they could have been as little as things as I was a big tomboy when I was younger, and liked playing with the boys or playing, different sports or wearing boys' clothes, to feeling uncomfortable with my chest, during puberty, things like that. But then there were other things that I didn't resonate with. I didn't think that, oh, I should have been born a male, or I've always been a boy. I just acknowledged my masculine energy, and I just didn't know how to express it really. Going on hormones, that was a very positive decision for me. I was able to acknowledge my masculinity how I wanted to, and be perceived in a little bit of a different way instead of this, soft feminine person. I had a lot of gender euphoria. I was very happy. I felt very positive. I felt confident, comfortable, all of these things. And I had a very androgynous look still at the time, which was great for me. As I started to progress in my transition, still taking hormones, my body just continued to get more and more masculine. And that was a fuller beard. That was more body hair. That was my voice getting even more deeper. And I started to feel a little uncomfortable. I didn't understand why I felt uncomfortable, because I had made all of these really amazing decisions and I felt really good in all of those decisions. So why am I unhappy? Why am I uncomfortable? I was working a lot. I was just partying with friends, hanging out, traveling. I was just doing a lot of wild, spontaneous things and trying to find happiness. And when the pandemic hit, I was completely alone. And I just sat with my feelings. And I had told myself, I don't want to feel this way anymore. I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to look in the mirror and not like who I am. I was sitting at home one day and I just was like, I don't have to be on hormones for the rest of my life. It was this idea that just popped up in my head. I'd never thought about it before or something. It was really odd. But the feeling that I had immediately when I said those words to myself, it was relief. And I told myself I need to listen to that. I think people who are being negative, that are not a part of the trans community, those words don't really matter in a sense, right? They're unaware of what's going on. They've never gone through this. So if they say something negative, it's pretty much just being ignorant or not having empathy for another person, right? That's what we can assume. But with trans people, you would think you know what this feels like, right? So when I talk about the process of going off of hormones and presenting more feminine again, they invalidate my experience as a trans male, and it gets really that gets really hard. But I have to remember that these people, I don't know them and they don't know me, so they're only seeing a 15-second video on my journey, but they're not seeing the last 6 years. I'm half Lebanese, so being on hormones, I got really hairy. And as great as that is for the masculine part, I was someone who was very uncomfortable with body hair. So when I trimmed all of my hair, that helped me a lot. And I started to feel really good. And it gave me a more androgynous face. I didn't have the softness to my face still. It still has a hardness to it, a more mature look. And I like those things. So lately my gender euphoria is at the highest. I feel really good. I feel comfortable. I can wear whatever I want and feel comfortable, but I also no longer care what people are saying about me. There's not just one way to detransition, just like there's not one way to transition, right? I think we think that when someone says they're detransitioning, we automatically assume this is how that's gonna go. And we do the same thing with transitioning. So understanding that it is extremely complex, just as transitioning is, and there's many reasons why people go off of hormones or detransition or get different surgeries and things like that. I say I'm detransitioning because of the medical side of it. I'm not on hormones anymore, which was testosterone for me, and I don't identify as a transgender man anymore. I want to personally stay away from labels because I found myself to get really caught up in trying to fit perfectly into that label. And then that just suppresses a lot of other sides to me that I have because I'm a very fluid person. So I think like just understanding that this journey is hard for a lot of people and we're just trying to figure it out and have peace with ourselves and our bodies. So to just have empathy for people who detransition, just like you would for someone who transitions. I support everyone to have the life that they want and whatever brings them happiness. And I do not regret my transition. I do not regret my journey. Any of those things in life, I've learned so many beautiful things about myself. And I think that everyone should explore and discover different parts of themselves.